Hey everyone! This time on Tim Talks Audio, we check out Smooth Operator by babyaudio. Babyaudio has already released a number of different time-based plugins out there, including Spaced Out. They also have Super VHS and a whole lot more. Now they've released Smooth Operator. Smooth Operator helps remove some of those pesky frequencies that are really kind of standing out. Maybe they're a bit harsh, maybe they're a bit boomy, but the good thing is Smooth Operator works on the entire frequency spectrum, and it helps control some of those frequencies that might get away from you. Today we're going to be using Smooth Operator when we're mastering this track, so let's dive into the DAW and take a look. So here it is. This is Smooth Operator, and right now I have it in the pink mode, but you can also choose green or blue, but honestly, pink is the right color for me for this plugin. So let's quickly go over the controls for Smooth Operator, and then we'll jump into a couple presets and how this can work for you. And it doesn't just have to be in mastering, it could be on your tracks when you're mixing as well. So looking at it, you have your preset browser up along top. You have your color selector on the top left. You can export your presets, import presets, all around the top section here. When we move down, you have your main user interface. This shows us our frequency spectrum from 20 Hz all the way up to 20K. The center node is the threshold for Smooth Operator. Anything that goes above the threshold, reduction will happen. Anything that is below, there will be no reduction. You can easily click and drag this vertically, and you can also move the center node horizontally between the two nodes to the left and right of it. And double-clicking puts us back to 0. The nodes to the left and right of the center allow you to boost or reduce frequencies being detected. So if you have some extra harshness in your top end, you can actually push them a little bit harder so they are detected more, and you don't have to do as much work to the other frequencies. Also, while you're here and hovering over it, if you use the scroll wheel on your mouse, you can change the bandwidth of this node as well. Same thing goes for the other node, it's just in the low spectrum. Then at the far end are what are closer to a shelve type node. You can just push or reduce frequencies getting detected by Smooth Operator. If you want to maintain the low end of your source, whether it be a mix or a track, you can just bring this all the way up, and now it won't affect any of the frequencies within the low end of the spectrum because they're not crossing the threshold. Same thing for the top end. You can bring this down to reduce some of the extra air or harshness up here, and you can bring it to the top to maintain the air and the openness that you might have. On bottom is the solo button, and when you have your source playing and solo engaged, when you hover over a node, you will listen to just what's happening in this node according to the cue or bandwidth you have available or selected within it. And again, that's using the scroll wheel where you can widen it out or tighten it up. You can do the same thing for the low end and top end nodes as well. Focus is how many different filters it's going to apply to the frequencies that it's listening to. So if you have this lower, it's more broadband. And if you have the focus higher, more pinpoint frequencies that it's going to try and reduce. Output adjusts the overall output level. And there's also a little peak meter down here as well so that you can check your levels. So that's all the controls for Smooth Operator. Now, let's put it into action. Like I said, we're mastering this song. This is later in my chain. I have a little bit of compression going on. I'm also following it up with a little bit of clipping just to kind of round things out at the end here. And then I have it followed up with Smooth Operator. And we're going to use this to remove a little bit of mud in the low mids and just a little bit of harshness. I'll show you the controls and kind of overdo everything and how you can dial it in, and then we'll jump to a preset that comes with Smooth Operator and show you how you can start with one of the presets and adjust to taste. I have Smooth Operator bypassed right now, so let's go ahead and hit play and listen to where we are.
And we felt like we could fly up to the sky. So many years have come and gone.
So we have lots of cymbals going on. It's a nice full pop, soft rock kind of song. And we just want to control some of the low mids and maybe a little bit of the high end. I'm going to put Smooth Operator active, and now let's just use it in its default position and we'll just adjust the threshold.
And we felt like we could fly up to the sky.
So there we go. Very quickly, we're able to dial some sounds in. And honestly, with this plugin, a little bit does go a long way. But you saw as I was going through, I went and engaged solo, and as I hovered over nodes, it was just listening to what that area of the spectrum was listening for, where the emphasis was. Maybe you need to push some things into the threshold earlier. It's almost like sidechaining on the way in. You can add some EQ in so that it allows it to reduce those frequencies. Now, like I said, I'm just going to pull open one of the presets I found earlier. And now let's very quickly dial in some settings with this preset. I'm just going to adjust the threshold now.
And we felt like we could fly up to the sky. So many years have come and gone. So many tears have dried.
So yes, I'm bringing my overall volume down, but I can easily just take the output of this and put it back up a little, giving myself that volume that I'm reducing back in my track. And honestly, we're still mastering. I can follow this up with a limiter and just bring the overall volume up. I'm listening to the reduction of the frequencies that it's intelligently just trying to put a little bit out of the way. And that's exactly what I want. I just want a little bit of reduction in some of these frequencies. So there it is. That is Smooth Operator from Baby Audio. If you are interested in picking up your own version of Smooth Operator, please use the link in the description below. That's all for now. If you found anything informative, please like and share the video. For more, visit timflansbaum.com. And if you have a question, ask it in the comments and I'll answer it in a future video. Thanks for watching.